Happy Friday, everybody, and it's new shirt time. It's the second of the four that I got for Christmas, and it is, like the other ones, a brand new country. It is a country that I tried to get once before, but it kind of went wrong. So I'm very, very, very happy to finally be able to have one that fits all of the criteria that is needed to be in my collection. So naturally I've already opened it up, so there's nothing to break into. So without further ado, this is the shirt here that I have. Now, some of you may recognise it immediately because it tells you the club name on the back of the neck. Doesn't necessarily mean that you know specifically where they're from, but that's what it is, and that's maybe a little bit more of a clue at the bottom there. If you're familiar with your geography, that might sort of open your eyes a little bit. And then there is the front of the shirt. Looking very, very nice. I'm sure you will agree. Definitely ticks a lot of the boxes that I am looking for when it comes to adding a shirt to my collection. I will dress the mannequin as always, and then I'll explain to you a little bit about the shirt and the club itself. Okay, there it is, all dressed and looking very, very smart. So this is a shirt that I wasn't really expecting to get, actually. I knew that I was going to be getting the Nigerian shirt for my dad and stepmom for Christmas, but to get an additional one was quite a surprise. And to be honest, when I started opening up the parcel, I kind of knew where it was from, mainly because I think I saw the patch on the sleeve. It has the league patch, but I also do recognise the shirt anyway, because there are only 8 teams who play in this league, though I think there are 2, possibly more, joining at a later date. Which country is it from? It is from Canada, of course. Now, for those of you who have been watching my videos for a while, will remember when I bought this shirt here, and it arrived without the sponsor on the front. Inexplicably, without the sponsor. I don't quite know how that was possible. Obviously, they just didn't print it on, and no one did a QC check and looked inside the parcel. So this shirt was almost added to the collection, but just not quite yet. It is for sale if anybody wants to buy it off me, to be honest. I don't really have much use for it, so if anybody wants to buy it, then that can be yours for a price. Just contact me. But with regards to this one, who is the team? It's different to the one. Other one was FC Edmonton, and it is a Canadian team, and it's Valor FC. Not to be confused by my other shirt, which I have, which is Valur FC from Iceland. I'm not sure if it's meant to be the same sort of thing, but it's still Macron nonetheless. Now, this is the away shirt from 2020. Now, it's only going to be recent because, of course, the Canadian Premier League has only been formed a few years ago, and like I said, there are only 8 teams, so it's one of those ones where it's very possible to have the entire league in your collection, which kind of is tempting, especially because all the manufactured shirts are done by Macron, and of course Macron are my favourite, and the shirts are actually really nice, so that is a little bit of an incentive though. So with regards to this shirt, there are a few things. On the back of the neck, it just says the team name Valor FC. On the bottom, it says Winnipeg, which is the city where the club is based. And then on the front, there is a graphic of a bridge, a landmark in Winnipeg, which I believe is the Provencher Bridge, which is, of course, local to where the club is based. Now, it's quite interesting with regards to the team name, the crest, the origin. Valor FC. It has a connection to the Victoria Cross, which is the highest honour given to soldiers in the UK military, and I suppose the Commonwealth, for the highest level of valour, so bravery, etc. like that. And it's not something that is given out quite readily. It's quite a very difficult thing to achieve. And from looking at the Wikipedia page, the club is based on that. I think there are a couple of gentlemen who it's based upon, and when you look at the crest, etc., it's like a folded medal, and the colours that they've used, the maroons, etc., are based on the Victoria Cross colours. So it all works together quite nicely. It's quite an interesting backstory if you want to read a little bit more. There is a little bit on the Wikipedia page, and I'm sure if you were to Google it elsewhere, you'd probably find even more. So that's quite interesting. Black and gold is always a good colour combination, and these sort of maroon sort of trims on the sleeves and on the neck actually complement it very well. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased. It would have been very difficult to get a poor shirt from the Canadian Premier League. I think they're all quite jazzy in their own respects. With regards to the club itself, I don't think they are particularly amazing. I think they maybe finished something like 6th, 5th, 7th or something like that each season. They're not the best team, but that's not what's important here. It's having a nice shirt, and that's what I have here. So that's Canada ticked off the list. North American countries, I say, ticked off the list. There's not many of those that I have, mainly because a lot of them are those Caribbean islands, which are very, very tricky. Maybe if I should I should travel to Barbados and maybe just have to do some work there and find some shirts there. How terrible would that be, having to go to Barbados? But that's it, yeah. I think it's pretty cool. Let me know. What do you think? Have you got one from Canada? If not, then Classic Football Shirts is where this one would have come from. They have a good selection. I think they're slowly running out of the sizes. I believe this one, there aren't any mediums left either. But if you like a large, then yeah, probably some available still, maybe. But anyway, have a good weekend ahead as always. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.